Welcome traders to yet another educational video of Nifty Short Term View, episode number 9. What a day we had today. Amazing day. Nifty futures did open gap up and I think it closed almost near to day's high. And we have been able to close almost 288 points in the green territory. And a normal question, I think this would be in all of your minds that last couple of days we saw back-to-back gap up because even on 7th of December yesterday, we saw a gap up, and after a gap up, I think market continuously kept going up. Only in the last 1 hour or something, I think there was a little bit of sell-off, but I think it didn't matter because even today we did open gap up and we saw consistent buying going up. Now, this is a obvious question in all of your minds that has actually market bottomed out, or is it just a couple of days pullback which we saw, I think, between 29th November and 2nd December, and then again in 2 days market collapsed. So this is the reason why I've made this video, so I can help you better understand the trend of the market, the state of trend, and what exactly price wants to do. So as usual, all of you know that I always favor the higher time frame first. So first I would like to analyze the higher time frame for all of you. First, let me convert this candlestick chart into a line chart. Now, what can all of you see this? Very, very clearly, we have a lower low over here in price, and we have a higher low over here in RSI. So on this day, on the day of 6th December, this was just a sign that the downside momentum is waning, nothing else. And I think on this particular day's video, I had told that the trend is down. If there is a small pullback, then it will just be a small, can say, relief, not a relief rally, but a relief pullback. But this today's rally which has happened, which was really surprising. But yes, if you mix up both these together, like this positive candle pattern and this 2 days rally and the positive divergence in RSI, overall, it looks like a decent bullish setup. But we should not still forget that the prices are still within these two moving averages, which means the trend is absolutely flat. Neither we have a downtrend, neither we have an uptrend. And if you can see very, very clearly, we are still locked within that range. You can see that this is a resistance band. I'll just click on it and I'll show it to you. 17,430 to 17,630. This is certainly still a resistance band. And if we go little bit higher, probably somewhere over here, again 17,750 and 17,800, this is also a stiff resistance. So if someone says that possibly once Nifty futures close above 17,630, then it makes sense to buy. It does not, because what will happen, no one is going to buy for a 100-point rally or something, correct? Because we have this trend line resistance, you can see, which is holding on since almost 30th October 2020. We also have this 50 days simple moving average, and we have this candlestick cluster. So this zone, this entire zone, is a very strong resistance. Now, all of you will say market in last 2 to 3 days, it was at 16,956 and now it has rallied at 17,500 or something. And still I'm saying that it is not in an uptrend. So the reason for that is nothing else but volatility. Generally, when volatility rises, you can see currently the ATR is showing somewhere around 285 points. So a 280 points move or a 300-point move in Nifty futures, it's very normal nowadays until and unless the volatility doesn't come down. So yes, sad but true, until and unless the price doesn't close above 17,800 and sustains above it for a couple of days, a proper uptrend will not be established. Coming back to the hourly charts, which is the shorter time frame, we can see that the prices are trading above the moving averages, right? So yes, we do have a short-term uptrend in Nifty futures in the hourly chart, but we can also see properly this pullback which we had between 29th of November to possibly 2nd December. When these prices were going up, there was a drop in the volume. And if you see properly, I can see the similar sort of drop in volume over here. only 2 bars I can see there is slightly heavy volume, but overall I can see volume is coming down. If you want, I'll just open up this 15-minute chart. Now I think it will be visible very clearly. You can see there is a drop of volume. Again, there is a massive drop of volume. So the confidence in this rally, the confidence in the buying is not very, very high as per my analysis. I do not deny that, yes, in the short term, we are in an uptrend. But if you see properly, this is the previous high, all right? And if you want to make it clear, I'll just convert it into the line chart. You can see this is the previous high. Yes, we have closed above it, but again, we are locked over here as a resistance. So in the hourly chart also, we are at a resistance. In the daily chart also, we are at a resistance. Plus the trend in the daily chart is still not up and the volumes are coming down. So in case if market wants to show itself that I'm extremely bullish, you should come and buy me, then I think a lot more volume is needed and a little bit of consolidation, because in last 2 days, a lot of buying has happened. A little bit of consolidation, little bit of profit booking here and there, I don't think so will be a very bad idea. And after that, if market starts rising up and closes above 17,800, then possibly we could say we are probably back into business for an uptrend. But apart from that, I'm still not extremely interested in buying aggressively right now, because we should not forget that we are still within this extremely strong resistance zone. And you saw this on 3rd December, how less amount of time it did require for Nifty futures just to drop within 2 days, right? So that's the type of volatility which is there in the market right now. Let's check few of the important sectoral indices. Bank Nifty, you can see it has bounced back from the support very nicely, but I think I had shared this resistance band today on my Twitter handle, and Bank Nifty futures have also closed at resistance, so we'll need to see what happens ahead. If you check private banking charts, they have also bounced back. This is a nice candle. Generally, this sort of candle pattern is extremely aggressive. Especially when market is beaten down, oversold, and this sort of pattern it comes, generally a very sharp rally is probable in next few days, but it will still be a pullback because you can see that there is no uptrend over here. PSU banks. PSU banks are a little bit looking better than the private bank, if you can see, because private banks are still in a flat trend. It's not in an uptrend. But PSU banks, yes, they have bounced back pretty nicely. They have even corrected less in comparison to the PSU banks. And in case if we start closing above both of the moving averages and start going higher, then maybe PSU banks will start a new uptrend. Metal pack. Metal pack is still in that pullback. Nothing much over here. This is the resistance part. We need to see what happens, especially over here in the resistance zone, and then after that is a new sell-off starting, or we are surpassing this and going higher. That needs to be seen. Auto pack also just a bounce back from this support. You can see previously in the September month, we closed above it, we came down, tested the support and went higher. I think same thing is happening. Market has come down over here, tested the support for a few days, and this is a decent pullback. Only thing what I can see positive over here is a positive divergence. Prices have made a lower low, RSI made a higher low, and especially this candle, this is a spinning top. So combination of these two candles is a bullish harami basically, and you can see a decent pullback going up. Maybe if this pullback continues, Autopack might test somewhere around 11,206 level. So maybe 200 points rally is still left out. ID pack completely flat. It's just taking the help of the support and holding on, and it's completely flat right now. Needs to close above this particular zone to start a new rally. Finance pack, I think again just a pullback rally. This is a resistance. We need to see how prices react over here in this zone. We do see a new sell-off starting over here, or we go higher. That needs to be seen. Pharma. Pharma, you can see we have a lower low in price and we have a higher low in RSI, but this positive divergence is not very powerful. It's not extremely powerful according to me, but yes, it has come up at a strong support zone. You can see there is a candlestick cluster over here. This was the previous high, and especially this candle is a dragonfly doji, and after a dragonfly doji there is a bullish bell tool. So yes, maybe if some sort of small pullback happens over here, I will not be surprised. FMCG pack, again, we can see a lower low and possibly, no, there is no bullish divergence over here. We do have a proper lower low in RSI. So it's always necessary that you cross check if these two lows are very close to each other. You should look at it very properly, or else you will mistake it by understanding that it is a bullish harami, which is not. But yes, you will mistaken as at a positive divergence, I'm sorry. But if you check this candle, this is a proper spinning top. This is a bearish bell toll candle, which has been made at a very strong support. And this shows that some sort of pullback is probable, but we'll have to see how prices react over here, because this is little bit of a resistance, short-term resistance zone for FMCG pack. Realty pack. So what we can see in realty pack is the prices have not been able to close below this. There is a hammer, then there is an inverted hammer. Prices kept on consolidating, and just because Nifty futures has moved higher, the prices have been able to hold on, but a very big candle is not visible over here. So we need to see how overall price reacts in realty pack. FMCG pack, it gave a whipsaw, just like Nifty futures. Nifty futures did give a whipsaw. It was still at a support. But what we can see over here is that it went for a 2-day sell-off on 3rd and the 6th December. And then there was a sudden gap up the next day. In consumption index, what has happened? We saw a big, crack of the support. And then suddenly next day we had a spinning top. And after this spinning top, we have this pullback going on. If this pullback continues, probably we could test somewhere around 7175 levels and even somewhere around 7108 levels. Mid-cap index. Mid-cap index has also shown a whipsaw, because the formation which was happening over here on 3rd and 6th December was showing that there was a possibility that prices could correct. But what has happened in last 2 days has surprised everyone. I think we'll need some time and to understand what market actually wants to do, because I already shared with all of you that no matter what sort of pullback has happened over here, this is just a pullback, nothing else, because we do have extreme strong resistances over here between 17,430 and 17,630. And after this resistance band, again, there is a resistance around 17,730 to 17,800. And one more thing which I would like to share with you, that rather than a strong downtrend, all right, rather than a strong downtrend where prices are correcting very fast, I always say that a time correction or a range bound market is much painful, because what happens is you don't get too many trades to initiate, because if the market is falling, you can at least short the market and you can make money. But what happens over here is when markets are extremely range bound, and if you try to buy, it will still be a whipsaw. If you sell, it might still be a whipsaw. So the best strategy over here is trade as less as possible. Concentrate especially on the sectoral indices. In case if the market is going to bottom out, all right, and this is very important. I repeat, if the market is going to bottom out seriously, any of the sectoral indices will start giving you little bit of signs. And if you can pick those signs, and after that, if you can pick the leader in that particular stock, that is the way one person should plan his trading in these times. If you don't find any of these signs, stay put, don't trade, wait for the right moment, because whatever money you have made in this bull run, you also need to save it, because if you make money in the bull run, And if you give it away everything in a whipsaw market, in a range bound market, it makes no sense, right? So I hope this educational video has showed you more clarity towards the market and helped you to understand overall state of trend of Nifty futures. Do share it with other traders who might find it helpful, and let me know by your comments below. How did you find this video? Trade less and trade wisely. Thank you.